Danger is inseparable from free will, but to have the angst of making something dangerous would be if it could be invisible at the same time, so that no one would know how dangerous it is to get blindsided. Now, I could be referring in digital landscaping or micro scaling, but when it comes to what Juice WRLD said, if you have like a topic that's controversial, and then the controversy of the topic is something that everyone would talk about because it's common, like all girls are the same, would be a key point in view. Okay, so when it comes to what pest control is, the advocacy of a mosquito to, oh, I don't know, like something that isn't a mosquito would of course be like a low-hanging fruit. So something that is a weed versus something that's a flower. If you ruin something that is a flower and it's on someone's property, you can get charged a heavy fine. But in something on a corner of an Ave and it's a dead, withered branch, you know, no one would care if you hit it. So this is all the main focus within being the cream of the crop would of course be in Juice WRLD. He would be referring to all girls are the same. He picked a topic of a song to cover that would be controversial, and this would of course be because he put it in his chorus, so the whole song would then naturally have a focus on it because the chorus is mentioned 3 times. Things come in threes, but this specifics in vlogging. You know, you can just talk and make all these great points. Pick a title of the aim that you're going for. But unless you're covering like an actual POA, your MO becomes lackluster because the audience is MIA. A POA is a plan of attack, and MO is a modus operandum, which is like your thesis, hypothesis. And MIA is missing in action. So I'd like to talk about a few dynamics that can go missing in action. One of being is prone. This is an object, it's got a wishbone. You know, wishbones on chickens, they break easily. And I have this on my waistband. And so I hit my waist because my waist is kind of hard hips on the side and it broke partially. So if you didn't know, headphone jacks, they've got like, some of them are not accumulated to other headphone jacks, and so then the port of it, this is the whole port of access, unlike a smartphone or I guess just smartphones in general. Some of them don't accept auxiliary cord jacks, but for this one it's elbowed out and it snapped, so it is half and half in one headphone. It works because the break was on the outside of the device, mainly the auxiliary cord head, as opposed to the jack of the insert port access of a smartphone device. Same issue, 2 different landscapings. And so to say that they're one and the same would be as Fauci saying that there would be a sickness, and if no one fixes what a common cold is, then it's the whole world will be a gamble. So the scary part is that he actually made that thing with a gain of function, where if you do have a common cold, you're gambling with losing your taste permanently, getting brain fog. If you get brain fog, it's equal to parasites going into your brain. And if you've never seen a bird brain have a parasite in it, bird brains have smaller brains, and so a parasite is the same size for them. if that goes into a bird's brain, and it's like a little baby bird, you're gonna see this baby bird have a parasite in its brain, start thinking for it. It starts pushing the other birds, baby birds, out of the nest. The scariest thing I've ever seen in the animal kingdom. And so that on a scale of inside of a human brain, uh, an adult brain, it just comes across as like, oh, I have a hard time remembering stuff. Now, I'm not saying that a parasite is equal to brain fog, though Fauci's gain of function would say it's one in the same, because the lesser of two evils is something that tyranny is in advance for, because in the evilness, they're all on the same team because they all operate off the same MO. Whereas opposed to the good guys are less coordinated because there's more than one way to skin a cat, and to think that you can always win, you can't always win. You can't always win everything. And so by not having like an MO for like a main theme in things and just go around vlogging, talking, where I thought that's what vlogging, going around talking is. My POA would be to then rewatch all the vlogs on the live stream, and then slowly but surely map out a blueprint of like an awesome movie. But you know, I think we've hit a plateau and turned the corner at the same time. But a monolith could be. They say the hell is like a lake of fire. Imagine if this was just like one monolith, and that's probably what it is. And then that's good for now. But back to this weed, I really want to pull, but I guess not. So not so much. But the point in being is that the scales of things, if they're dead and lifeless, a surrogate in our lifetime, there's surrogates where there's like all these eggs that are fertilized and they're just like kept on ice, Kairos. And so like when there's gonna be like an adult and it's a test tube baby, but more so now they're gonna be like surrogates. But then now there's like organ donating with organ farming. And so if you can just put two and two together, there's gonna be a moment in time where you see like a person who's a surrogate and they're like not human, and the trans community will probably idol them, want to make it the Pope. And I think that's how the Antichrist comes in, because he's supposed to be like off-putting. I don't think it's still recording, is it? Sick.